What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 live listings. Hope everyone had a great Saturday, a great garage sale haul. It's awesome. And all the people that are in Florida with the hurricane, I feel for you, and everywhere else. Just wanted to show you guys some of the finds that I picked up while garage selling today. A lot of really cool stuff out there. I don't know if you guys find the same thing, but I get a lot of books. Books are like very, very common. I usually don't have to pay very much for them. So what I'll do is if it's under 10 bucks for the whole pile, I'll take all of them. And I got lucky. I'm looking usually for one book that will pay for all of them. And this is the book that ended up paying for it. It's an art book. So for me, I do really well with art books. This is an MC Escher. These aren't selling for very much on Amazon, but surprisingly selling for pretty decent on eBay. So this is cool. It's an art book. It's in so-so condition, but it's an awesome coffee table book. So I'm probably going to keep it anyway. But it's enough to pay for all the books that I got. And from scanning a few of them, you know, it's interesting. I don't know how you guys feel about books. They're really fast. Like, as an example, this book is selling for $8. And I would say that all these books were about 10 cents each at the most. If you count all the books that I got, there was about 5 boxes of them. And I think it's really a good thing when you are talking about books. If you just ask to buy all of them, they'll usually give you a great deal because they're just looking for room, in my opinion. Like, and this one was great because it was in a bookshelf that already sold. So it had a sold sticker on the bookshelf. So I said, why don't you give me all the books for 10 bucks? I said, okay. And the art book, the MC Escher, paid for the whole thing. So all these books are good. Also on the bottom of the bookshelf, there are all these board games, which is fun. So you know, Taboo, which actually this sells for pretty decent money. The thing that I really, really like on the thing that I really like about some people's games is when they're taped shut. I think that's cool because they actually take the time to do that. People who don't do that, it's, you know, sometimes it's easier to lose pieces, but this person cared about their games a lot. Unfortunately, the lady that I bought this from is a widow, and a lot of the games and stuff were her ex or her husband's, her late husband's, and so she just wanted somebody else to have them. So it didn't cost too much. It says 3 on the box, but she gave me all the games for $3, which is a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay. Inside of that same lady had a whole bunch of hard goods, which I think is fun. For me, I love to sell them. This is something interesting. These are hot gloves. So it's not as cool as my Tyrannosaurus Rex that I got, my Tyrannosaurus oven mitt, but my Tyrannosaurus oven mitt is horrible. It doesn't work very well compared to like these actual mitts. It says it withstands heat up to 480 degrees. I don't know about that, but I'm not going to test it. So these are cool, and they'll still sell. These are selling for $7 or $8 shipped on eBay, but they should be a quick sell because they're just really useful. Clothes-wise, I didn't get too much today. I got a pair of Hudson Jeans for $4. This is the brand for Hudson. If you guys don't know, it's a British flag. Pretty cool. And so these, I forgot what the comps are, but I only paid $4. So I'll be okay with that. I got 4 pairs of Levi's right here. You guys know I'm selling a lot of jeans. I officially have no clothing to list. It's all listed or drafted. So I need to go through, adjust the pricing, and launch it. That should be good. But I did get a lot of shoes today, which I think is super awesome. Guys, if you see this logo out there, this is LeBron James' logo. You can see the LJ, right? So these all LeBrons are retail for over $100. Some of them over $200. Only paid $5 for these. I paid $5 for all the shoes because I ended up taking all of them. So you got a LeBron James here, and then we also have some Nike Blazers. Very iconic shapes. You guys need to learn your sneakers because they do really well. And then also, Robin in the chat says that these hot gloves work well, so that's awesome. Doc Martens. So this is interesting. They had four pairs, and they all said $15 on them. And I said, make me a deal. And they said all 4 for 20. So that's like, they wanted 60, and they bargained themselves down to 20 for all 4. And that's how I usually start. I always say, can you do any better? And they make me an offer. And since I'm not done shopping, I'm not going to super lowball them. That was totally reasonable. Doc Martens sell really well. Some of these are like new. The only thing that I don't like is they're kind of small sellers. I'm sorry, small sizes. But the heels are nice. I actually don't know the process of repairing these heels. So if you guys know, put it in the chat or comment in the video below so people can know. I have a lot of Doc Martens in my shoe death pile. So I still have a death pile with no more clothing. That's all listed. But I have shoes. I have some Doc Martens that people say that you can repair. So the uppers are nice, but the bottoms are worn. I don't know how to repair those, but it seems like it was worth it. So I've got these Doc Martens, these ones, which are cool. These ones are like new almost. Really, really nice. $5, great deal. So here's something that I have never picked up before, but I haven't been garage selling that long, is these hardcover comic books. I don't know if you guys have ever sold these before, but a lot of DC Comics or Spider-Man or some of the more known titles, and these sell really well on eBay. All of them are over $10, and this is in my pile of books. I think that's amazing. So books, because they ship media mail, it's awesome. And not only are a lot of these books selling for $10 or more, a lot of them are sealed. So this is like from a collector. Looks like maybe he went to school, or I'm not sure why, but the collection was up for sale and it was just grouped into all the other books that I bought. Yeah, right? This condition looks excellent. Look at that. No wear, no heel wear. These they're not new though. Actually, what do you guys think? Hardly any heel wear inside there. So those look nice. And also, somebody mentioned that these would be heavy to ship. However, these will definitely fit in a padded flat rate envelope. And worst case scenario, you can throw them in a legal flat rate envelope. And if you guys aren't doing that, I recommend you do it. I mean, you're literally saving your customers so much more money or making more profit by just shipping for a little bit cheaper. $64 per pair, awesome. Yeah, they look really good. This Kurt Cobain poster is not worth much. This print's only worth 10, but this Pink Floyd one is selling, or I mean, they're asking $40 for this and $10 for the poster. I bought both for $3. Yeah, I thought maybe the Kurt Cobain was going to be worth more than 10, but it's not really. The print's selling for 10. The frame is pretty nice. I don't know if you guys would sell that locally or not. I'm not sure how you guys would approach it. What do you do with stuff that's heavy like this? It was so cheap, $3 for both, that I just picked them up while I was there, but they're not super convenient on shipping. So lots and lots of books. And you know what's crazy is one of my favorite books that I talk about all the time on my channel is The 4 Agreements. And I literally manifested one today. In this pile somewhere of all these books is that book. I literally a garage sale that book into existence today. But I already have a copy, but it's great. So if you guys want a copy of The 4 Agreements, why don't we do that? If you guys put in the chat what you found today at a garage sale, the person that I feel like has the best garage sale find today, I will send you a copy of The 4 Agreements that I found today, because it'll be my second copy. And for the rest of you, just listen to it. It's only about an hour on YouTube. So guys, this is not meant to be an informational video. I've heard from a lot of people in my audience that they would rather just hang out. Like, I have so much instructional stuff, now they just want to just hang out and talk. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me stuff, and we can have a quick little conversation. Also picked up one Lacoste polo, so you guys can see the little alligator guy. So yeah, only one shirt. Tons of comic book hardcovers, which I've never purchased before. So let's see, most from church sales, $1 a bag, a few $100s worth of books. Oh, that's a good idea. I could take these prints out of the frame and just roll them up in the priority flat rate. And those will ship priority for $1, or if you had a tube, they'll ship for first class because they'll be under £1. I found it's usually not worth it for me to save the $4. But in the case of the Kurt Cobain poster, it is worth it because it's only selling for 10. We sold the Roomba for 125. So this Roomba is, well, the lady said that it's working, but it needs a new battery. So what do you guys recommend? Do you recommend that I replace the battery, or do you recommend I sell it as parts only? It was like a nice older lady. I don't know, because sometimes people say it's missing a battery when it's broken, right? They could lie to you. But it's not missing any pieces. I Googled it and looked at the part manifest, and it has all the pieces in it. And I paid $5 versus, it says $349 on it, and she asked, it says 10, or make an offer on it. And I offered 5, and she said, okay. I actually never see these I don't see these stickers that say make an offer very often. Do you guys see those where you're at? I don't see this make an offer sticker very often. I see the prices. And how do you guys feel about garage sales? How do you feel about garage sales where they put the stickers on everything instead of you just asking? That's a good question, Stacy, on how much the battery is. I will find out. It's worth finding out because I'm only in the vacuum $5. So that would be a cool thing to figure out. You're gonna order a battery. Yeah, that's true. If it works well, then I think I could ask definitely over $100. That's true. Robin's got a good point. Even if I buy the battery and it doesn't work, I can still sell the battery back, or I could be a douche and return the battery, but I don't do that because I think it's bad juju. If you are gonna engage in return fraud, like a lot of people, I think that karma will catch up to you. The universe has a way of keeping score. Let's see. Ed's saying, let me know, or he'll help me if I need help with the comic hardcovers. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Let's look at some of them. We've got some good titles. Batman. We have Spider-Man. So you know what's funny is that in every single one of these comics, there's a receipt from Pete's Coffee, which I don't know if you guys have Pete's Coffee where you live, but this person clearly took one of these to the coffee shop to read, which is pretty awesome. You know what? Comic books are prohibited from media mail if they contain advertising. So I don't know if these contain advertising. So that's a good question. I don't know. Do these count as media mail even though they're comic books, but there's no advertising in it? Like if you look at a normal comic book, there'll be like a Sprite or a soda or some kind of commercial in it, but this one doesn't have it. It's literally, it's got a book, it's an ISBN. I guess all comic books have ISBNs too, but let's see. We have Batman and Robin. That looks pretty cool. And then a couple of DC toys, which I paid $1 for. And I didn't really want them, but I think for $1 will be okay, especially since they scan. So wait, is it, okay. Reseller niche, do you want to explain to me the difference between a graphic novel and a comic book? I don't know. The mail does not open the package. Sometimes they open the package. I've had media mail packages open before. Let's see, there's a lot of these hardcovers, a lot of toys. I got a panini maker. So if you guys want to come visit me in California, I will make you a panini with my new panini maker. It's only selling for $20, but it's still pretty reasonable. You would sell the stuff as decor items. Okay. Can I ship new blank VHS tapes by media mail? I will say no. I don't think that that would qualify as media mail, but I don't know. I mean, cassettes usually do. What's up, Lindsay? Hardcover is the difference. Oh, okay. Hardcover is the difference. Yeah, so these would be graphic novels. Thank you, Diana. So these are not comic books, they're graphic novels because they're hardcover. They're expensive. Are these really $25? Like every single one of these has an MSRP of $25 to $30. Yeah, just stop by. If it's worth it for you guys to fly to California to hang out, I will make you a panini. And then I usually don't buy board games because they're heavy and they don't fit in a flat rate envelope. You picked up a Bose car stereo for 2000 Nissan. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Do you pick up car audio parts? There's a lot of car audio parts today when I went out. Yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like I want to just go redonate all these games. But maybe I'll do some homework and I'll figure out if they're worth selling or not first. But games like this game weighs over 3 pounds for sure. It's heavy. So, I mean, you're talking about $12 to ship this somewhere. Priority. And that's not really worth it. I wish the post office had something in between, something for heavier, smaller items. Like, because like Canada or Australian Post has up to 5 pounds at a certain rate, and we don't have anything in between that. Your flight from Germany to here, it's super expensive. That's true. Thanks again for supporting my Patreon. I know you're all the way out in Germany. If you want to try to jump on one of my video calls, let me know. But I really appreciate the Patreon, guys. I'm not pushing that too hard, but if you want to help me make these videos, you can go to patreon.com/10K on the Bay and support me making a video for you guys almost every single day. I'm bringing you guys an interview or a haul or some kind of strategy. I've been getting a lot of requests for doing videos that are a little bit more fun. So I don't know if it's because I'm too boring, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more entertainment and then also have some videos that are purely informational. Do have some really cool videos coming out on shipping. And then obviously as I continue, it's becoming tax season, so I'm really tightening up. And I'd like to file my taxes in January. I don't want to wait until April. So I want to get all this stuff organized. And I don't know if I want to separate all these different ways I'm making money in the different income streams. That's really confusing. So if you guys have a specific CPA for online business, that would be great because I'm still using the same CPA as when I had a job. So I think I probably should transfer into a CPA that works with online sellers. That's true. That's, man. Michelle, I affectionately call Michelle number 2, but she's telling me that I can separate the games into pieces, and I might do that so that they can all ship first class mail. Send board games in the FBA. Oh, great idea, Diana. I have all these books too to send in at the same time. I should do another storage video. It's true. I'll do another storage video with Luke. Luke's been so busy, guys. It's tough. It's challenging. He's been working his ass off. So shout out to Endless Entrepreneurs, Luke. He hasn't been able to put out any content lately, but still support his channel. On Saturday, we will do an updated storage thing because a lot of, I wouldn't say my inventory system has changed. I just added in, I replaced my black clips with clothespins, and then I added in the receipt number. So now I have location, receipt number. So if I bought something, the receipt says $5. And then how much, or what number receipt. So let's say it's receipt number 37, followed by 35. So it's week number 35 of the year today. Tomorrow is week number 36. And let's see, I was going to add one more thing to it. Oh, also, I started adding in receipts for garage sales, which I had never done before. So shout out to Rally Roots. I am now bringing a receipt with me when I go to the garage sale and just saying, hey, I'm buying 12 items for $12, sign this. And no one's really had an issue. It's not like I'm going to report them to the IRS. I just want to have a receipt for my own mental awareness. My life, as Evlo says, that you can't find an item that's sold. Don't worry about that. I would say message your buyer immediately. Do not wait. If you cannot find your item, immediately say, I'm very sorry, I cannot find the item. Would you like to cancel? Give them more than one option. Would you like to cancel? Would you like me to look for it from a different seller? Try to make your customer happy because it's not worth getting that negative feedback if you just started. You really want to work your ass off to try to get that resolved as soon as possible. And I'll tell you, if you message your buyer right away after losing something, they're usually okay with it. What's up, Lexi, Thrifty Cali Girl in the chat? Mo, a graphic novel is a book made up of comics content. Although the word novel refers to fictional works, the term graphic novel applies generally and broadly to fiction. Okay, so now I know, guys. A hardcover comic book is called a graphic novel. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? How are your garage sale finds? Let's see if I can find some questions. Let's see. Let's see if I can find any good finds from today. I wanted to give you guys who had a good find today. Well, actually, I don't see very many finds. So if you guys want to put in the coolest thing that you found today, I will send you the 4 agreements. If you want the 4 agreements book that I found today, my second copy. Let's see. You picked up 3 Patagonia polos. Wow. That's insane. Okay, you're the winner. That was easy. So copy D, if you want to send me an email asking, or just with your address, I will mail you the 4 agreements. Media mail. Let's see. Slow today in the garage sales in Vacaville. We should do a NorCal. Oh, there is a NorCal meetup, guys. Shout out to Thrifty Boss Babe. She's doing a NorCal meetup next month, October 21st. I'm going to be there. It's not my event, but I am going to be there, and I support it. So you guys should come see us if you're in NorCal next month. Key Lime Kisses, what's up? Yeah, this is actually what my attempt to be more fun and not just talk about how to make more money every day. So I know a lot of my channel members just want to know how to make more cash, but this is a little bit more fun. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. You got a pair of Justin boots for $5. I don't know about Justin. Do I have flea markets? Tons of flea markets here. There's a lot of flea markets here. Garage sales wind down after school starts. I bet you that's the same case everywhere. I don't know. You're a curbside finder. Wow. Yeah, I have found, what's the coolest thing that you found on the curb? I found a vintage vacuum that I sold for $100. Nice. Scott McFarland, he picked up some Tommy Hilfiger, big logo, so the spell out logo, 80s painters jeans. Those go for great money. And I just sold the ugliest 90s Tommy Hilfiger shirt that I had a white stain on it for $30 plus shipping that I bought for $1. So you guys need to be looking out for that vintage Tommy. Yeah, come check it out. If you're in the Amazon, stay in touch because after 10K on the Bay, I'm going to do 10K FBA. I think everybody already knows that, but after I complete my eBay goal, I'm going to just maintain it. And the way I'm going to maintain it, guys, so maybe you guys, I need to just be more clear about this, but I'm trying to have a 10,000 item store that sells between 500 and 1,000 items a week, and then hire someone to hire someone to photograph 500 to 1,000, that's one person, have one VA draft 500 to 1,000, so that's 2 people working with me, 1 person photographing. Yesterday, my photographer, he did 269 photos. So almost 3,000 pictures on my camera. I now have a battery charging while he's taking pictures. So when it runs out of battery, we unload the pictures and then we swap batteries. And yesterday, I'm paying him $1 per item. He knocked out 260 something pictures, or sets of pictures, almost 3,000 pictures in 12 hours. And he took 1 break. He went to Wendy's to get some chicken nuggets and a Frosty. And then he came back and continued. And then he actually asked if he could pass out on my couch, and he did. So he passed out on my couch. This morning, I had a mastermind call at 5 in the morning because I'm hardcore. So 5 in the morning, I had a mastermind call. Then at 6 o'clock, I drove him home. And then I hit garage sales until now. I came home, I grabbed a beer, hanging out on YouTube, and I'm showing you guys my finds. Now, my girlfriend is out of town, so I'm going to be listing all through the night. I don't know how you guys with kids do it. Like, it's a lot of responsibility just to have a girlfriend. Yeah, you can borrow him. If you guys live in California and you want your picture's done for $1. This guy is amazing. So Lexi, come down here and drop off all your stuff and then go home. So the one thing that I don't like, and a lot of people have been helping me with this, is I don't like syncing the photos with the drafts. So what I'm doing is I sell similar, or I use a template to create all my listings, and I leave it open, and then I photograph, and then I upload the photos. I don't close it and reopen it. And there's not really any drafts. I'm creating all the listings and then plugging in the photos. But it takes me a long time to match up the photos, and like this is going to be a gigantic pain in the ass matching up 3,000 photos. Even though we did it in round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, and we separated it into different sets of photos, there's 12 rounds of photos. So I would love to be able to take a barcode picture. So like snap the barcode, take the pictures for the item, snap the barcode again, and now the computer in the cloud knows, okay, between these two barcodes is the picture of this item. Have that barcode in the listing, and it will automatically magically sync. I don't know how to do that, but you guys should figure that out for me, and then let me know, and then we can partner on selling that to everyone. What's the oldest thing I've ever sold? I sold a 1869 piece of pottery, and I sold it for like 70 bucks, like a dumbass, because I think it's worth like $500. But I didn't know what it was worth, and it had some engravings. I'll pull it up on my sold listings if you email me. That's probably the oldest thing I've ever sold, like a 150-year-old plate. Let's see. You have a bulky item pickup here. Wow. Pokemon cards at the bomb. Yeah, you sold one for $225. I just sold my last PSA cards. So in October, guys, I bought 40 boxes of Pokemon cards, bought like cases of Pokemon cards. And I spent 10 hours straight opening them like a little kid and going through them and then placing the rare cards in sleeves. And I sent them into PSA, which I still have a membership for until October. So if you guys want to grade Pokemon cards, let's do it together. I have the membership already. Instead of paying $10 to $25 per card, we only pay $6 or $7 depending on the promotion. And I sent in 150 PSA Pokemon cards. And I just sold the rest of them. So I have no more Pokemon PSA cards. It did take, what is that? It took me 9 months to sell, or more than that. It took me 11 months to sell all of them. So I invested $1,500 and I made back $6,000 on Pokemon cards. That was really fun. Mr. Amazon. Wow, I haven't found that book. Let's see. I use a business PayPal, but I don't know the difference. I should know the difference, but I don't. Your picture process takes the longest. My picture process is the fastest. I can take photos. Actually, it's a tie. It takes me 2 minutes roughly to research and 2 minutes to photograph and pre-package. So if you guys look at my Instagram, you'll see that I have no clothing death pile because I have a virtual assistant now. Well, actually, I'm testing virtual assistants. And here's one way that you guys should do it. So the website that I use to find virtual assistants is called Upwork.com. If you go to Upwork.com, you can post a job. So the job post that I posted says, experienced lister wanted for eBay listing. Experience required. You have to already know how to use InkFrog, and you have to already know how to sell men's clothing, which is what I sell in my eBay store. And so 37 people applied. I put that on my Instagram story. And now I'm just weeding through them. And how I'm doing it is I'm saying, okay, here's the pictures, make a listing. And that would be ideal if they already know how to do it, because there's certain cuts for jeans, there's certain sizes, there's certain brands. And I want to see how they can do it as a test. And then I'm going to go in and tweak it like the way I want my title to be. So like on these jeans, I would go Hudson, women's boot cut, blue jeans or something. I don't know, whatever my order is, I'm going to give that formula to them. But if they don't know how to use InkFrog, I don't want to train them. And there are already 30-something people who applied who already knew how to do it. So this is the dream, guys. I buy items, 500 to 1,000 per week. I drop them off at my photographer's house. He photographs them, right? And then puts the photographs into a Dropbox. And my person in wherever, my virtual assistant, drafts everything, does all the research on the pricing. And since I'm in my own niche and I'm hopefully an expert, I can just go through all of them and double check if they're right and then launch them. So my job would be sourcing and then adjusting the listings ideally. And the best thing would be if the photos could sync. Second best is if the drafter is going to manually upload all of them. And then third best is me doing it right now, which is drafting, having a photographer make the photos, and then me manually matching all of them. And then after I move the photos into the listing, I drag them into a folder called Listed. And it's insane how big that folder is. It's like thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures. So let's see. For what virtual assistant? Yes, I'm using InkFrog. So I'm using InkFrog because I have a Mac. But I heard that 6-bit is better. And I'll tell you this. So doing the photos and then syncing them manually is okay, right? But I will tell you, if I was solo, I would list 100% from my phone and do 10 to 12 an hour. It's slower than doing the camera version of it. So, but it's not too bad. If you were basically, you type into you open up the eBay app, you click search, you go into search, you type in, or you scan this toy, it's gonna pop up, adjust everything, and then when you're uploading the photos, this is the most time-consuming part. It's going to take 8 to 30 seconds for the photos to upload into the system. During that time, I would pre-package this so it's ready to ship, and I would do that 10 to 12 times an hour. If I was solo again and I wanted to do this as a full-time, not as a business, like I wanted to be a full-time reseller and that's my job, I would do it with my phone because I could take the time and look at the item and do it one at a time. I would actually, one more step. I would actually draft everything on the phone, and I would go into my computer, and then I would adjust the business policies because all these are going to be first-class mail or priority flat rate or whatever. That's how I would organize it. So if I was solo, I would go phone, and then finish on my computer. And I wouldn't do it 100% on the phone because you have to re-enter in the business policies, which is a huge waste of time. Don't do business policies on your phone if you want to take eBay seriously because it's not powerful enough. There's too many drop downs and there's no way to save templates on your phone. The photograph is uploading the pictures in folders. The folders are just organized based on the inventory number. So there's not any order for category. In fact, I think it would be better if you photographed non-like items because it's really irritating, not irritating, it's very challenging when all 3,000 photos are jeans because all jeans look very similar. It can be very confusing. Scott's asking how much am I paying the VA? Right now, it looks like the going rate is about 25 cents to 40 cents per listing is what Upwork people are generally paying. And how that works is between between $4 and $10 an hour. And then people are doing between 10 and 20 drafts per hour. And Upwork is great, guys, because they screen record your virtual assistant. So if you pay them on an hourly rate, which I don't recommend you do, but if you pay them on an hourly rate, it's not like they can watch a movie and still get paid. That's not how it works. Like, their screen is constantly being captured by Upwork, and you can view it as a slideshow when you hire them to make sure that they're not wasting your hourly rate. Or you can just pay per listing like me, and it looks like between $0.25 and 40 cents. So we're looking at, for me, rounding up $1.50 per listing to get it ready for me to review. And then I want to do Amazon. So, but one step at a time. So first of all, I need to get to the point where I sell 500 to 1,000 items, and that may take more than a year. So I'm still dabbling with FBA to learn, but I'm not going to go hardcore and try to do 10,000 items on FBA until I'm done. Let's see. Yep. All right, guys. I'm going to list all this stuff. So everyone hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate your time. Is it Youngin10? Send me an email about your questions. Everyone, if you have any more questions, email me and I'm happy to answer them. I usually answer emails between 9 and 10 p.m. So everyone have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe if you're on the East Coast. Take care, guys.